Hey, what's going on, everyone? In this video, I have another IEM for you guys. It's the Dunu Titan S, and I don't have that many dynamic drivers, so I'm starting to give some of these a shot, see how they are. So yeah, this is the box it comes with. It comes with a bunch of ear tips. It comes with this case, and then has this nice little clip. So yeah, not bad at all. It's really, really good. I don't see myself using a lot of these cases because they're just too big. And I just put the IEM in my pocket or put it in a bag. So yeah, overall the presentation is very nice. No complaints with that. Now let's talk about the cable fit and build. So the cable is really, really nice on these. It doesn't have too much tangle stuff going on, so it doesn't tangle up too much. And this part of where your ear connects, this has a lot of give to it. So it's never going to get uncomfortable or you think it's fatiguing. So yeah, the cable overall is really good. I don't really have any complaints. Really well done. And now let's talk about the fit. So the fit, you're going to notice the nozzle is pretty long on these. So yeah, you do get some sort of discomfort. Not discomfort, I would say, but it does poke out a little out of your ear. So that is one thing to note. But other than that, the fit is really good. I didn't have any issues with the comfort or anything being too bad. So yeah, that's the fit. Now let's talk about the build quality. These are solid. Like, if you hear that, they're cold to the touch, which usually means it's high quality. So yeah, build quality is really good. It feels solid. It feels a lot better than some of more expensive pairs that I've tried. So yeah, that's the build. No complaints. Again, build, cable, fit, all really, really good for the price. No issues. And yeah, let's talk about the sound now. So let's start off with the bass. The bass is really present. It never feels like it's lacking or it sounds tinny or hollow. It comes across pretty good during the right times. So when you have a song that does not have too much bass, it won't emphasize it, which I do appreciate because a lot of cheaper pairs or even more expensive pairs mess with the bass. But this one does a phenomenal job with the bass. So the sub bass is completely separated from the mid bass. So the vocals are going to shine and the bass is never going to get in the way of that. So it's very well separated from the mid-range and the bass. So I do appreciate that. Really, really good. I never found the bass to get out of hand or being too boomy. It's not that boomy. It just has a nice punch. So yeah, I wouldn't say this is a bass head IEM. This actually sounds more neutral in that regard. It's not bass head level. So yeah, I do prefer that. And I do appreciate that they put sub bass instead of mid bass. Because if you have too much mid bass, the sounds start to get like boxy and wonky. So really, really good. Now let's talk about the mids. So the mids come across clean and clear on these. Like, pretty raw. So if you are looking for like this buttery smooth mid-range, this might not be it, but it's not shouty. So the mids do come across really, really good. They are slightly up front, not recessed at all. Instrument separation is really decent. For a dynamic driver to sound this good, it's actually pretty good. Like, initially I thought this was like a balanced armature the way it sounded with good bass. So yeah, it's really that good. I don't have any complaints with the mid-range. It comes across raw, clear, and engaging. So a lot of pairs smoothing out the mid-range or they do a bunch of weird things to it, but this one doesn't have any coloring that I could hear. It just sounds lively, raw, and upfront. So I do prefer that. So if you're not into those type of things where the mid-range is slightly up front or you might think it's shouty, then that's one thing to note. But yeah, other than that, the instrument separation is good. All the songs I played was separated well in the mid-range. I never thought that the sounds got claustrophobic or one frequency range was covering up another. It comes across really, really good on these. So yeah, now let's talk about the highs. So the highs are smooth and present, which a lot of dynamic drivers I heard, they don't perform that well with the treble. But this one just sounds natural. It's articulated just the right amount, so you get the nice sounds you would get out of a more expensive pair. So yeah, the treble is really clean and clear. There's no sense of too much treble or too little treble. It's just the right amount for my likings. So yeah, I would classify this whole sound as like pretty neutral. This IEM is pretty neutral, or it would be neutral with slight bass boost. But the bass isn't that boosted, but maybe slightly. So yeah, I would say it's neutral with bass boost. So yeah, for me, that's an absolute go when you have an IEM with neutral sounds with bass boost, because that's just how it should be. So yeah, that's the bass mids and highs. Now let's talk about the soundstage and imaging. So soundstage is surprisingly good on these. For the price, I would say it's above average. I haven't really heard anything perform that well. It's nice and spacious. It's not like this far out like some IEMs, but I would say it's like this. So you do get slightly out of your head feeling, nothing crazy. But yeah, really, really good. Now let's talk about the imaging. So the imaging is decent on these, not bad at all. For the price, I think it does a decent job. You do get a sense of where everything's placed. So yeah, not bad at all. I really do like this set. So basically, to close things out, this set has a really lively sound in the mid-range. So the bass isn't overemphasized. The mid-range has a lively sound. It comes across really clear and articulate. So yeah, that's the mid-range. And then the treble, just the right amount. Not overemphasized, not too dark. So yeah, I really, really do like this set. And I just wanted to share my thoughts on it. So yeah, hopefully you guys found that helpful. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And have a good weekend, guys.